And now I can remove that. There we go, we're live. Welcome everybody to another Wednesday evening Wargamer online chat. We've got loads to get through tonight, and we'll quickly run through who's on the Hangouts, and hopefully the audio's fine. I know we keep having issues, we're going to have to sort it out, but there's myself, obviously, Rachel, as you can see, being beautiful as always.
Hey.
We've got Michelangelo.
Hello.
Michelangelo the Great, or Cool Smoking Mike, or Bat Rep Mike. He's got many titles, but we'll just go with Michelangelo for today. And then we've got the Beard.
Hello.
Mr. Phil himself. So there's all four of us this evening, which is pretty good. It's been a while actually, hasn't it? You've been away, you've been busy, so it's been difficult to get you on for chat.
It has. Yeah. It's been a while since the four of us were on. That's kind of nice. It feels like a reunion. I feel like we've done or something.
And it's probably only been about 2 weeks, but it feels like an eternity. So yeah, we'll go through who's in the chat. There is a really cool thing which I've only just realised you can do on YouTube as well, Phil. You can click the little dot and pop out the participants so you can see who's in the chat. So it's a bit clearer. However, it only shows the latest people who have said something, so it's not as reliable as messing it up and going through. Anyway, we've got Claire Aaron, who I've not seen before. Welcome. You were very, very early, so thank you for joining us super early. We've got Akaria, who joins us every single week, like a lot of you, and I can see a lot of new names tonight, which is amazing. So if you are new to this channel, shout up. We'll read your name out. We'll say hello, and you're more than welcome to join in on ask any questions, answer any questions that we do ourselves, and just join in. It's quite open, and we want as many people to be involved as possible. We've got Akaria, who we're going to go through the Facebook group actually today. I'll go through what we're doing, but Akaria had a very nice picture of him with a touch of Nurgle, wasn't it? Did any of you see that? The cupcake?
No.
It looked like he dropped a cupcake.
Yeah, I know which one you're on about. Oh.
Yeah. I think it was his nephew or niece threw up on him and said that he's now going to do Nurgle. That was a nice wake up, in the morning. Check the Facebook group and you see Akaria covered in puke. Ryan Benfield, UK Pagan, Sonic Knight, Luke Jones, The Fomorian, Dance Macabre. How's people getting on with their challenges? We're going to go on to the Facebook group. That is one of the big things tonight, and it's absolutely insane how many people have actually been posting to the Facebook community group. So we'll go through that, and it'll probably take a good half an hour to go through because there's so much stuff. Tim Lawrence, welcome. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Karanis, welcome. Andrew Snowden, Ashley Perkins, Ryan Benfield, John Snater. Have I already read John Snater out? No. Captain AI. That's a cool name. Big McDan School, Nikki Tang, Basic Miniature Painting, Dark Elf Dave, Packing for Holiday Tomorrow. Where are you going? Oh dear, it's gone again. Red Cuffs and the Howling Mad Cat reporting in. Ronnie Dodd, Train Impact, both new people to the chat. Graham Rigg, welcome.
Hello.
Blackesh 1. Woo Generals Handbook, that's another thing we're going to look through as well. Welcome to the chat. Surreal. Now, you can't do a live chat without Surreal being on, can you? He's on pretty much every live chat related to wargaming, and probably every live chat on YouTube, full stop.
But you have missed Tim saying beard power levels at 9,000, which is that's pretty powerful beardy.
I was going to skip that. I was going to skip it completely. We don't want to talk about beards because I'm inferior in every way. I'm very rednecky at the moment, actually. I've not had a shave, so I'm very scruffy and horrible. I think Mike's just disconnected.
No, he's there.
No, that was Rachel.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rachel. Nice one.
Nothing's playing out.
No worries. Mark Potter's joined us. Mark had a game against Toby the other day at the store, the local shop, and it was pretty awesome. I think it was definitely Toby's first game for 8th edition, and maybe Mark's as well, but it was quite fun to watch. Toby, he was in some ruins with a bike, an orc bike, trying to charge, and it was on its side, basically. It couldn't fit in the ruins, but Toby forced it to fit in these ruins on its side. Couldn't have played against that. Excessive Magnetization, Paulos 01, welcome. Rick Vaz. That's another 2 more new names. Welcome to all these new people. We've got 55 watchers, so we appreciate everybody turning up every single week, and all of the new people that are joining. Frank Storm, welcome. Thordalim de Caladai. Dark Elf Dave, I've already said Dark Elf Dave. Oh, he's going to Portugal. Nice. Should be nice and hot. Akari is saying the Facebook group has absolutely gone lit for 8th edition. Yes. If you're not on the Facebook group, as we've done for the last few weeks, we'll accept you straight into the group. So go on Facebook, type in the search bar WargamerOnline space community, and it will come up with our group. And it's a closed group, so you can just request to join. We'll accept you, and then you can join in on this whole WGO Chronicles or anything else. It doesn't have to be for Chronicles. You just join in on Hobby Chat.
I'm on acceptance standby now, Sam.
Okay, that's brilliant. I'm glad you're on it. Surreal, don't tell anyone, but you're my favourite. I think I've just killed that by saying that. Was it surreal? I think I was on Dark Artisans chat the other day, and I was just saying hello because I always catch up on as many live chats as I can, and I always try and I was watching Mythos's as well, Frost and Fist, because his content's just brilliant. He's so happy all the time. You can't help but come off watching his videos feeling a little bit happier. But I was on Dark Artisans, and Surreal said something like, I've watched WGO so often now that even my neighbours know who they are. It's like, he probably has. They're probably first name basis with us. I posted on the Facebook group too. Thanks for commenting on my Ultramarines. They were amazing. We'll have a look at those. Mark Potts played 4 or 5 games. Rachel is here, no dislike. Yes, we haven't got our repeat disliker. However, we're being swamped by dislikes throughout the channel. So to go against this whole dislike army on our videos, we need as many of you to go through and like all of our videos and just thumbs them up, just to combat the hatred that we've got going for us right now. And I think most of it is coming from Pink. We're going to have to sit him down and have a chat with him. But no, thank you to everyone who just thumb up the videos as always.
I don't think 3 dislikes counts as hatred though, Sam. I think it's okay.
There's a few more. I mean, we did Battle Report, didn't we? Me and Mike did one. We got loads of mistakes, and we were appreciative of all of the comments that we got, which were like, you got this wrong, because it highlights the fact that we got something wrong, and the next game we'll get it right, or we'll do our best to get it right. But then there's others that just go on and go dislike, and it could just be because they don't like our face. The audio might be an error or whatever, but it's nice to know what is the issue so that we can correct it for future stuff. But we do get the beautiful log in, dislike, log off sort of stuff. Right, we've gone through the chat. We're going to talk about what we're doing. New Primaris Marines, the new models. We're going to look at the community page. We're going to look at the handbook stuff from the Warhammer community. We're going to look at the WargamerOnline Chronicles chat and everything that's going off on there. And I think that's about it for tonight. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. We're going to have Friday, which will be a load of question and answers. We can get more done on a Friday because we don't have as many topics to get through. So let's start. Let me see if we can do this. Let's do this. Browser.
I'm just going to drop out a sec because my audio is still playing up.
Okie dokie. Luke's just... Why is Luke messaging me? No, Luke. Stop messaging me. How do I turn off chat? There we go. Turn off chat. He knows that we're live. He knows that we're live, and he just sits there messaging me. Tell me about your custodians. Tell me about this.
I think we've lost Rachel, by the way, just for a short amount of time.
Fine. We'll look at Regimental Standard first, actually. The Regimental Standard. And I'm not going to go through it, but I did read it, and it's brilliant. Me and Mike had a quick read, didn't we?
Is this
the one you were reading out earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about the new readers.
Don't Fear the Reaver?
Don't Fear the Reaver.
Okay.
And I don't know whether this is... So one of our friends who used to be a customer at my store when I was working in town, and his name's Rory, and he's an absolute legend. He's really good at writing. He's really eloquent with his words as well, and he's just started working for GW, and he wrote one of these Regimental Standard articles recently, and I'm not sure whether he's taken over... Oh, what have I done? I'm not sure whether he's taken over all of this, or whether it's just a bit here and there, but these regimental standards have always been good for years. You can always get a good laugh reading through these, but if you get a chance, just go through and read about it, and it's a good laugh. Anyway, so we've got new Primaris Marines. Have you all had a chance to look at the models?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Stewie's going nuts. Oh well. What have we got? So Primaris Captain, nice model. I'm interested in picking one up. I'm just, because I've got so many characters from all the Dark Imperium boxes that I've got, and because kit bashing is definitely going to be possible with those, I'm not too keen on picking this one up straight away, but it's definitely one I'll want eventually. It's a nice looking model, nice pose, and obviously in Ultramarines it'll look better with my Black Dragon colour scheme, but for now it looks good.
Yeah. It's a pretty. I like the new Captain model. I like it. It's just solid pose. And again, just a gorgeous amount of detail on it when you look at it up close. I think it's great.
You say something for a minute. I'm going to take Stewie out of the room. This is one of those amazing moments on live chat where I'm just going to get up and go away. Unfortunately, we're not going to leave Mike. Although, if you want to leave Mike, if you've got something important to do as well, Phil, we could leave Mike in charge of the show.
No, don't you dare.
I'll be right back.
No, not again.
Well, I was just saying, really keen on the Captain. The level of detail on the model is insane. I mean, have you seen all the little tassels and stuff like that?
Well, yeah, so I mean, it seems to be every single new model, especially on the heroes and stuff. Is every new model they bring out, there seems to be more and more detail. It's more and more heroic in the way that they posed it. But I'm finding that they're leaving it open on a lot of models where you can play around for converting and stuff. Yeah, and maybe the fact that Primaris is bigger as well, that's giving them more room to maneuver with these models. Although, I was working on my Gene Stealer cult for the Chronicles, and the shotguns that come on the Gene Stealer cult Neophytes, the level of detail just on a little shotgun is amazing. They're like the little pump action and all the rest. Absolutely amazing. So if you ever want to put a shotgun on a model, get the Neophyte sprue, because it's just amazing. Beautiful detail.
Which range was that from? Black Templars or something else?
No, the Neophyte Gene Stealers.
Oh.
The shotguns on the sprues are just amazing. They're beautiful. I mean, they're quite small, so I don't think they'd work for Marines, but if you're going to put shotgun on anything else, I've added them to my, the Imperial Guard unit I've made. I've given them all shotguns.
Yeah.
But from the Neophyte sprue rather than from the... because you can get shotguns for Imperial Guard anyway. It's just the detail on these are incredible. Right.
Read the chat.
Should we catch up on chat for a second?
Yeah. Is there anybody who has magnetised their Primaris Inceptors and can give me a step-by-step tutorial for it? Not yet. I've cut them off the sprue, but I'm waiting for bits because I've already shown you all the Black Dragon shoulder pad things, the iconography that I got from Pop Goes the Monkey, and he's been really generous actually, is sending me a bunch of bits to do a review for the channel because we got so many people asking about it. He's going to send us a review pack so we can show you them all a little bit more in detail and what else you can actually get from them. So that was nice of him. I'm waiting for those to arrive. Then I've got the Spellcrow stuff, which has also been sent a couple of days ago. So when all that arrives, that's a load of conversion bits. And Mark is sorting me out a load of claws, which I've sculpted. They're not great, but they're claws, which he's sorting out for me so I can have multiples of those on units. And then as soon as I have all of that, I'll be building all of the Primaris, the entire company, most likely in one go. So I'll do a video on that. Have you done a magnet video yet? No, that's Phil's thing. Phil will do magnets.
I'll do one. I'm about to magnetize a couple of bits actually. I've got some weaponry to do for my powerlifter walkers, and I've got to magnetize the Goliath rock, whatever it's called, rock thingy. Anyway, the Goliath. So I'll be doing that. So I might as well video that, and I'm going to get Jack to edit it. Jack's all set up for editing now, so that's the good news.
Okay, we're going to see how long it takes for him to get bored. I'll give him one video before he goes, I'm all right, actually. I'm going to go play on my Xbox.
Yeah.
What else have we got in chat? Oh, I've gone again. No, I haven't. Gunblade, new person start. Wish I could see their stats before they come out. My local store gives a 10% discount when you pre-order. Yeah, that's a shame. It's a shame they don't show you the stats or allow you to buy them early as well. Rory
Grant.
Grant.
Be great.
Rory is a great name, and we're all very creative. His name isn't even spelled Rory. It's Rory spelled very difficult. It's Rueridiger, and I know how to spell it. What?
Is that the Welsh spelling? Do you think it might be the Welsh spelling of Rory? Could
Maybe.
be wrong though. Might have just upset Rory.
A lot of people call him Rudy or Rudiger, but it is pronounced Rory. But he's an awesome guy. He's brilliant, and we were lucky to see him at Warhammer World when we went recently, which was nice.
A couple of people celebrating the solo show for Mike there as well. Sam, have you got to pop out? I've just got to pop out for a bit.
I can do. I mean, I think Mike can handle it. I can even turn the camera on. We can turn off the browser for a second. We've got your face at the moment. But Mike, what do you think? Do you reckon we'll ever have a solo show with you?
A solo show with me? If I can avoid it.
Rachel's back at least.
My dog's telling somebody off. Sorry. Yeah, Lola's joining in. Also,
for the record, this is from Surreal. I don't just watch live streams. I've seen every 40k video since January. That doesn't surprise me, Surreal. You are literally hooked up to YouTube. You have the most knowledge out of everybody on YouTube, I think. Have you seen the birthday Primaris Marine? Yes, we'll look at that one as well. The Baron VSP, a new person, welcome. I think maybe have 10 captains already, but I'm still getting the new Primaris captain. Yeah, I think you're in the same boat as me. And I do kind of want it, but because of the next thing we're going to look at, or the next stuff we're going to look at, I can't really justify buying the captain as well as the rest. So for now, I've prioritised. I'm liking this as pretentious painters. I'm liking the Primaris captain. He looks very cool. Not a fan of the Reavers though. They look very Crisis PC game-esque. Yeah, and you said Halo as well, but we'll go on to that in a minute. John Sonator, I imagine Mike would be like Garth in Wayne's World when Wayne storms off the set. You know what?
Oh, no.
You're the second person to say that, John Sonator. We got a message. It was a reviewed message, so I had to accept it. But we all watched the video and then burst out laughing because that was it. That's Mike.
Sal Vicari is. You should have the rabbit on your lap like a Bond villain. The
problem with that is, if anyone's watched Monty Python, which I imagine is a lot of you, it was the Holy Grail, and there's the rabbit. There's a cave with this killer rabbit that's there, and it like bounces around at everybody's neck and kills them. That is what Rachel's little...
He's not. He's a sweetie pie.
He's evil. Honestly, the door shuts and this little rabbit's eyes go red and it jumps at you. It's horrendous. And then Rachel will come back into the room and it will look adorable. It's like, having me on. Primaris Librarian is great. Really nice pose, nice models. Wargaming Wizard. Hi guys, it's been a while but made it tonight. Hope you're all well. We are. Thank you very much for joining us. Johnny Rockstar, I noticed Pop Goes the Monkey added Angels Sanguine, so that's my Blood Angels sorted. Yeah, and he's doing loads, and the quality is good. One thing I didn't say is you need to clean them, and that's because I didn't know. I can't remember who it was. On the Facebook group, somebody on the Facebook group said you need to clean them, and you definitely need to do that. When able to connect to chat, please try again later.
Yeah, mine's playing up as well.
Oh, yeah, I've lost chat as well.
Why is the chat going down on a live event?
Reload it.
Why would you break for me? Now it seems to be working. How do I reload it on here though?
Right mouse click, hit reload. Oh, has it happened on there as well?
Yeah, it's happened everywhere.
Yeah. Is everybody okay if I just get on with my Gene Stealers?
No.
No,
so far behind. I went away for 2 days and then everybody just cracked on with their 40k armies, like as if they were doing it on purpose, so I'd be really far behind when I got back.
Yeah, and I've just realised... Oh, is that working? Please work. Please don't break. Chat keeps
My beard's not made of steel. It's titanium, and I don't think titanium is magnetic, so I'm fine. Thanks for the compliment though, Cyril. Frost and Fizz, hello. Oh, he's in. Hey, Frost, how you doing? Ryan Benfield, 1,500 points of guard. Just got face rolled by Custodes today. Oh dear.
You may need to sort out the chat because I can keep refreshing it on here, but it's disappearing. It keeps disconnecting on there for some unknown reason. I'm not sure whether it's because you're on the chat on your YouTube. Maybe you log in on your own account rather than the WargamerOnline one.
You talking to me?
Well, there's only you and me on it.
Okay, I shall do that.
I don't know if that'll work. I'm hoping it'll work, but it's just saying unable to connect to chat. This is the joys of technical difficulties. So I apologise if people are saying stuff. Let me refresh.
Don't worry about it.
I know, but I want to get it working.
You know, you'll spend the whole chat just trying to get it to work, though.
I know, and I really want to start talking about the librarian, which is my favourite model.
Why don't we start talking about it?
We need like a holding music, don't we?
Please hold while we fix this.
Hey everyone, we're experiencing technical difficulties right now, but if you just bear with us, then we can pop out the chat and we'll be with you shortly.
Does it work?
Right, I'm back in. Rachel, Phil, you're looking lovely tonight. Oh, thank you very much for us, and I'm sure Rachel will appreciate the compliment.
Everyone is having that issue, I think, Sam. Okay, I apologise with this chat thing then. That's so annoying. I don't know if that's event-based or live chat-based.
Let's just keep going. It could just be a YouTube thing. Yeah. I have had a beard trim, by the way. That's why I'm stroking my beard. I've gone a bit thinner on the sides just to let the heat out during these hot, balmy summer days.
Before we start talking about beards, let's bring up the librarian then.
Okay.
I get mine is trimmed as well.
It's called Beard Envy. Just look at it. Look at that majestic specimen just sitting there stroking his beard. Anyway, so we've got the Primaris librarian, and it's just my favourite model in a long time. A lot of people have said it's all right, but I absolutely love it, except for the yellow rubber armband things that seem to be going around his shoulders. I like it as a whole, but the more I look at the model, I think they're a bit off-putting, and it could just be because of the bright yellow. I'd probably paint mine as silver or black or something instead.
Yeah. I wonder what they're meant to be, actually. They kind of come out the armour, don't they, and vent round the back. Is it some kind of vent for the psychic hood, or... I'm not quite sure. Usually the designers of these things really do have a good hard think about what all of these bits are meant to do, don't they? They kind of build that internal narrative in their head, so it must have a purpose. I'm holding reserved judgment on this one until I've seen the model. I think I don't know whether it's just I'm not a big fan of how the face has been painted, because you know when GW do it, they go a bit cartoony, don't they, to keep all the detail really clear and obvious. But for me, the face is just a bit... I don't know whether it's the shadow around the eyebrows. I think that's literally it. That's what's doing my head in. The fact his eyebrows look like square bits stuck on his head.
I'm gonna go back.
I know you like this model, so I don't want to... Are you still messing around with the Sam? With the chat?
Yeah. The eyes. I love the eyes. The blue bit.
What, the eyebrows?
Yeah, kind of like the eyebrows as well.
Okay.
Right, we are getting some chat through. It's just not loading up on the screen, so we'll have to keep refreshing it, and somebody will have to... If you keep an eye on the chat for me then, Phil, because mine's not working, and I'll just get through this.
I will do. No problem.
Someone said if you put it in night mode, it works. I don't know how you put it in
but
night mode.
The stream won't work. That's what I was looking. I was trying to see in the live control room how you can turn it into night mode for streaming, and I can't on that page, so I don't know what I'm doing. I apologise. We'll refresh it as and when we can. I'm not very technical, and this is as good as I can get. Anyway, librarian, awesome model. The next one is the Reavers, and these have had absolute hatred all over the internet, and I can see why on some areas. For me, it's these shin pads. Not a fan on the fact that they look like they're wearing shoes. What did you say they were wearing, Mike?
What was it? Rumpelstiltskin shoes? That's what it looked like to me. That's the only odd bit like me and you found with the model. It's like the rest of it looks awesome. It's just the legs to the weird boot things are a bit odd. If you bulk out the legs, I think they'll be absolutely fine.
You got well excited about them though, didn't you, Sam?
Yeah, well, I mainly because I found a something I can do with them, which is making my Dragon Claw unit out of them. So the Dragon Claws are basically the black dragons that have mutated to the point where they have the claws, they've got the horns coming out of the head, and they're all mutated with scales and stuff. So I was excited by the fact that I've got this unit which I can use as my Dragon Claws. So I thought straight away I don't need to buy these models, but I bought them anyway because one, they're really cheap. I think they're £10 for 3 of these, even if they're single posed on the sprue. You can easily, I mean, I've been looking at the Dark Imperium stuff, and you just chop the arms off at the shoulders and things, and you can re-angle them, and the heads, you cut off the little peg that sticks into the body, and you can repose the heads, you can change the weapons, you can do all sorts with it to make them look different. So definitely not an issue whatsoever. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, well, I like what you're saying. I think the rules as well. Looking at what they're only hinting at how they're going to play and what their role is. But that sounds like your Dragon Claws perfectly, doesn't it? This kind of like unit that develops that creates fear and loathing in the enemy and all these weird sort of commando tactics and stuff. Sounds perfect for something that's going to be, reptilian and lethal. So. For me, I think it really works for your opportunity as a conversion. But as I said, there was one thing for me really was just the aesthetic of the feet. And it's not so much the boots and all the rest. It's just, for me, I felt it was a parting from 40k aesthetic. And they look a little bit too much like, a million other sci-fi franchises now. The big flared leg pauldrony bits was the kind of unique element of 40k for me when it came to the Marines. So now you've got Marines without the flared bit at the bottom. I think you imagine those Marines, just put the flares back on the bottom. They'd still look wicked.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to green stuff. I'm going to fill that gap in with green stuff and just make it a solid block of armor that goes all the way around. And I think that will fix them.
Yeah.
And the other option was I was thinking for these, I'm buying 2 boxes anyway, but I probably won't use them as Reavers because I'm going to do my own conversions. So either I convert these into what I want and remove the skull helmets and put the dragon ones that I'm doing on instead, or I use these as character models and convert them up and make them into a bit more dynamic looking things. So Tim Lawrence, they have tennis shoes to run fast. And Akari said Reavers equal Primaris Scouts. Yeah, I think that's what they are. And you definitely need to read that Don't Fear the Reaper article, because at first I was a little bit off, but after reading this article, I'm even more excited about getting a couple of units of these, if not more, in my army of Primaris, because they just sound awesome. They basically blend units. They land and blend them. It's just a brilliant thing. Training pack, the middle one looks like Soldier 76 from Overwatch. He does actually. I think that's probably the hair colour as well. But I do like this face mask, and it reminded me of what's the guy out of Mad Max? The bad guy with a skull at the beginning. Well, he's all the way through.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Immortal Joe.
Joe, that was it, yeah. It reminded me of him with that mask, and I think I'd probably convert mine to have the long hair, especially because, again, black dragons are almost like Raven Guard. They've got pale skin and long hair, and they're all weird, so I think I could convert that into Mr. Joe himself.
That'd be absolutely wicked.
I actually like the
idea.
Reavers, guerrilla warfare for Marines, yeah. Cyril's saying all YouTube streams are having this problem and YouTube is up to something. So there we go. Nothing we can do about it, I'm afraid. Anyway,
thank you, Cyril.
So thank you for checking that. The YouTube master himself. Everyone's saying Immortal Joe or Immortan Joe. Immortan Joe. Those Reavers sound like perfect additions for my Raven Guard. Yes. Okay, so next stuff we've got more Plague Marines. Again, new sculpts. Nothing new in terms of an actual unit, but they're nice alternatives to the ones that we've already seen. And again,
yeah, I was working.
Go on.
Sorry, go on. No, you're okay.
Well, I'm going to go on to Poxwalkers because I don't think there's much there. Again.
I was just going to say, I was working with Jack on the Dark Imperium box set, and we've hacked a few of the Death Guard up, and they were actually quite easy. Certainly to take swap arms and things like that.
Yeah,
it wasn't too bad. There was a couple with cloaks that stopped you, but so Jack's kind of passed on these on the basis that he didn't feel it was adding much to what he'd already got.
Yeah, he's got a lot though, hasn't he?
Yeah, true.
Let's be honest, he's bought a lot. And I was thinking as well the other day that I might give him all of my Blight Kings. I think I've got 10 of them. And I might just give him those and he can mix them up again some more and make some alternative sculpts. Because realistically, I'm not going to do them. And I might give him that big Demon Prince, the Glotkin model. I might finish converting it and then let him have it. Okay, so what else? Poxwalkers, more sculpts. Nothing new though, which is a shame that you know, Primaris, I'm all for Primaris getting all of the love because that's what I'm playing, but we've got Reavers, a brand new looking Librarian sculpt and a Captain, so there's 3 beautiful things for me, but for Jack it's some more Plague Marines and some more Poxwalkers, nothing special.
I don't know if you guys have, sorry to interrupt, I don't know if you guys have seen, but I think Wargaming Wizards does this twice. So Phil, the Forge World Yellow that you showed on one of your Monday musings, have you got any models painted with it? Because he wants to see what it comes out like.
The Auric Beastie of Sam's had the Forge World level, a yellow oversprayed onto it, didn't it, Sam? Before it had a wash on it.
Yeah, it was airbrushed yellow with that, it's phalanx yellow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the phalanx yellow. I'm about to do my little walkers, so I can post some photos up on the group when I do that. That's going to be either tomorrow night or Friday night. I'm going to be getting those through the airbrush. So if that's the case, I can show him how it goes down on base. I'll put some progress photos onto the to the community page. But if not, check out Sam's Auric show reel, which shows you it's beautiful. Basically, I mean, it's just one of the best airbrush yellows. In fact, it's the best airbrush yellow I've used.
I'm just showing it.
It's
now.
so strong, it's so opaque.
It covers really well through the airbrush. But even if you're painting it on, you can do some thin coats with this, and it still comes out nice. But it's a really nice yellow to use. And this has just been washed with 2 different washes in between all of the scales afterwards. And then I've used some AK Interactive weathering washers on it as well. Interesting point for that Maw Crusher, I dropped a paper clip inside it and now he rattles when you move him, which is really annoying. I
love the Maw Crusher in a bubble. That bubble's the perfect shape for the Maw Crusher.
Maybe we just put him in it every week. Witness me shiny in chrome, says Graham Rigg. What else have we got? Oh, Frost and Fists. Yes, welcome Frost and Fists. I was just saying how I love watching your updates from both of you. Actually, I've been catching up on all of your content, and it's always so happy. Frost and Fists been thinking the same. Cheers, Phil and Sam. Phalanx, I hope. Yes, Phalanx, not. Frank Storm. This is the sister mag to the Age of Sigmar with a free Primaris Marine. What is that in relation to? I don't know. Right. Oh, that's this. I've got it up on screen like, what is he talking about? This is the getting started with Warhammer 40k. So you start your Conquest of the Galaxy with your free Space Marine. So that's what this is. And, oh no, I clicked it again. The first of these is our Getting Started Handbook. So it's a 103-page guidebook to get into 40Ks, so brilliant way to get into it.
Yeah.
Then we've got the First Strike, and I was a bit annoyed when I saw these because I was chatting to you, wasn't I, Phil, that these boxes are effectively Dark Imperium without a couple of the characters and the main rulebook. So what we did was we bought 3 or 4 Dark Imperium boxes, and all we needed was 2, and then as many of these as we wanted to bulk up the forces. So if you wanted to start a Primaris or a Nurgle army, these are an absolute bargain. I think that one's £50. One of these is £50. I think it might.
Have you noticed what's on there though, everyone? Are you seeing that Intercessor squad card on the photo?
Oh,
Thing closest to the camera.
yeah.
And you can see the Death Guard on that photo as well. So hopefully not long now and we'll start to see some of those cards come out in packs. I hope so.
I'm gonna get
and I hope we see it with all the releases. Oh, well, I know I banged on about that when this release first started to come out, but
yeah,
I hope we see them. At least that's the first sighting of them anyway, which I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm. Then yeah, that's that pretty much. Then we got Generals Handbook. Before we do that, what have we got coming out this week on the website, Phil? Friday. We're coming up to...
Is it a painting tutorial this week?
Painting tutorials on Fridays, every Friday. Daniel Breslin, welcome, Daniel. Welcome to the chat. I can't remember. So what was the last thing that went up? The Necron Warriors.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So there's another painting tutorial on Friday, and then it's the battle report on Sunday, isn't it? We're going to try and get a battle report out for premium, and then
yes, there's one that's been filmed.
Me and Mike are going to try and record something tomorrow, hopefully, and get that edited for the following week. But we don't know what armies to play, so if anybody wants to let us know, between we can use Primaris, Nurgle, Eldar, and Grey Knights at the moment. That's what I've got up there ready to take tomorrow. So let us know who you want to have a fight with. 1,000 points.
Sam, yes. I'm just going to mute myself because there's a helicopter hovering over the house again. I'll be back in a bit.
It's not bad, actually. Stewie is louder. The rabbit's louder than that. So let us know what you want to see fighting in that battle report, and we'll do that. But again, I wanted to thank everybody because we've had another influx of premium subscribers on the website. So we've said in the past we don't do adverts and things like that on YouTube, and we don't really want to. We want to be able to run this as a proper, we're a business at the end of the day. There's me working full time on this, and we want to get more people involved. So we don't want to do advertising on YouTube, and the way we carry on doing what we're doing and put all of our incoming straight back into WargamerOnline to get better equipment and increase the quality is this subscription. So at the moment we've got premium subscription, and we've had a lot of people wanting to effectively donate or support us more. I didn't click on the button there. And we've had a lot of people asking how they can do that, and we've said we don't want to just take donations, although there's a lot of people saying they want to give us money. Why is that not working, Phil? Have you broke? Oh, I've got to click on that. There's me not even knowing how to use the website. Let's click on options. We're coming up with new brackets, aren't we, Phil?
Yes. Yeah, we're looking at some options for people to essentially upgrade their subscription, and we've got some ideas in the bag. We've been talking to a few people about what we can do. I mean, one of them, technically, I'm looking into whether a higher level of subscription people can download the content, so they can keep it locally and not have to be online to watch the stuff. So that's quite a nice feature. But we've also been looking at some sort of exclusive bits and bobs as well. Or I think one of probably the better suggestions we've come up with so far maybe is the idea of doing, a premium plus whatever we're going to call it giveaway every month, and that'll be for a relatively high value item as well. I say relatively high. I think you'd be looking at least £50 and probably anything up to £75. So or even £100. So every month we'll do a giveaway on that.
Mm-hmm. And just by paying that,
and again, that's just really not incentive to sign up to that, but more as a thank you for the people who are prepared to sign up to that, I think.
Mm. So at the moment, if you've not made an account, you can make an account on this website for free, and inside here you've got different levels of you can get freemium and premium content. The freemium is just, I don't even go on the website obviously enough. If you just make a free account, you get access to more videos alone just for making an account. So go on over to the WargamerOnline.com and you'll be able to do that account. Upgrade to that freemium account. What's up, Phil?
I was just going to say it'd be very much appreciated. We're trying really hard to kind of build this, and the more people that support us by that, even if they can only afford to sign up for a couple of months or something like that, it'd be really nice, because it's just helping us develop the channel. And particularly at a time where there's so many releases and so much we need to do, it means we can actually not only invest in the channel, but also invest in additional help to get more and more content up. So really be appreciated.
Yep.
I think there's a few things on the chat. Sorry, I just wanted to come to that I've noticed. So we had Grumbleback saying airbrushing tips, when to use thinner or flow improver, please. Thank you very much. I am working on airbrush tips, so I will add that to the list, and that's definitely one for the basic series. And I will be I'm about to launch a video on the Vallejo review, and I'm trying their float improver and thinner out as well as part of it. So I can do a little video just on that for you.
Yeah, there's a lot to get through on the airbrushing. That's the it's quite a big a chunk to do, isn't it? It's not a quick job.
No, but hopefully Jack's going to try his first edit tomorrow. So if I can film in an evening and he can edit in the day as well, hopefully that's going to be good, depending on whether I can keep him away from his Xbox long enough.
The chat reloaded for a second, and all it saw was Akaria explaining what feces is. So nice one.
Skills,
yeah, that was talented. So next thing we're going to look at, is there anything else in the chat? Daniel Breslin.
A few people I don't recognise. Paulos01 saying not painted anything for Chronicles, unless you can count the garden fence. Sam, is that under the rules?
Well, yeah, if you're going to give it a point value and chuck it in your army, that is the start of your Chronicle army.
It's more painting than I've done, to be fair.
Yes, we'll go on to Chronicles very shortly. We'll do the Generals Handbook. We'll talk about this because there's not been Age of Sigmar for a while, and we do enjoy a bit of Age of Sigmar, so we'll load this up. And the main thing is, the Generals Handbook, the first one, was so successful that they've done a second one. And the reason it's successful is because people like points and like to play very, I say very competitively, but have an actual competitive way to play rather than it being narrative all the time. And having the need for a Generals Handbook proved that, if anything. So they're keeping up with it, and they're doing regular updates on this. I think they're going for one a year, and they'll probably do one a year for Age of Sigmar as well as doing one a year for Warhammer 40,000. So I think it's a good thing. It keeps the game consistent, it keeps it updated, and it stops the power creep, which we've all experienced on previous editions. So that's a good one. What's it saying? So they're just talking about that, which I've just done actually. Nice artwork on the front. We've got the Palador, is it? They've got the character, the Stormcast dude on the giant chicken thing, giant chocobo.
That's like my descriptions.
I'm sure they were Paladors, but I just wanted to paint them as chocobos.
I think I'm rubbing off on you, Sam.
Yeah,
interesting on the title, of course. They've called it the Generals Handbook 2017, which I think is an absolute acknowledgement we're going to see this every year.
Yeah. It's a good thing as well. I would rather pay like £15 a year and have an updated game than have, you're paying £30. Every single person otherwise is not going to be buying a codex for £30 when it comes out to just keep up to date, and the power creep's there. If everybody has an updated General's Handbook, it's going to be far better for the hobby than codex. Codex is just going out of control, I think. So there's also, so what have we got in there? There's going to be open play. The multiplayer rules have been massively expanded. So you've got Triumph and Treachery in there, which is an awesome game. So many people have loved that. The multiplayer part of Triumph and Treachery is just incredible. So if you like Triumph and Treachery in the past, you'll definitely need to pick this one up just for that alone. Narrative players are also going to be spoiled with the Path to Glory being its own standalone expansion, and that's something I'm really interested in. However, I think they need to bring out some elves. I need some wood elves or some humans. But Path to Glory is something we'll definitely do for the channel, and it will be very similar to the WGO Chronicles event that we're running right now. But it just encourages you to build armies. So that's really cool as well. Two brilliant things in that. Match play is going to get plenty of updates too. These include new battle plans, new rules of one, and updated points for units in every faction. New rules of one is an interesting one. I don't know what they would put in for that. Maybe things like banners. The corn banner where you can stack it. Some people take 3 or 4 of them. Maybe you only allowed one of certain things.
Yeah.
Is this out now then, or is it soon to come?
August, I think.
A couple of questions, Sam. Grumbleback's asking, will the 2017 edition replace the previous, or will you need both copies?
It will replace the previous one because the points will be updated. However, the battle plans that are in the older General's Handbook will be usable. So if you bought the old one, it isn't a waste. The other thing is, it's £15. Like I say, yes, it's £15. Even if you had to throw it away because you weren't going to use General's Handbook 1, would you prefer to buy a £15 book every year or have the power creep. And that's preference as well. For me, I would rather have the £15 book because of the model. That's one model when I'm looking at it. That Librarian that's coming out is £22.50, which is expensive for an individual model. For the same for less than that, I can buy a book which will cover me for the year. So that's the way I'm looking at it. But they did say, I'm sure they said it in here, yeah, for those of you with the current edition, loads of the content in there, such as the battle plans, narrative games, and campaign overviews, will remain valuable gaming content. So it'll be well worth keeping hold of. So that's that. What have we got in the chat?
Probably cheaper than a new pair of shoes as well.
It is, and you've got far too many shoes. You've got the whole double wardrobe just for shoes, haven't you?
I do prefer the idea of...
Sorry, go on, you're okay. Rachel?
I was just going to say I'd prefer the idea of buying an extra book here as well, just because you've got the option then. If you want to carry on with your old book, then you can do. But if you feel that your army is underpowered or doesn't have the right points or some rules have been nerfed and things like that, then it gives you the opportunity for it to get more equal. So it's kind of...
I missed the point then.
I don't know whether Rachel's gone, actually.
I don't know what's going on because we're on exactly the same connection. She's downstairs.
Rachel's frozen. Whilst Rachel is frozen, then Surreal says he wants a 40k colouring book to try out paint schemes for models. I was thinking that'd be a brilliant app, actually, wouldn't it?
It would be an amazing app. They did it in the past where you could do Guardsmen and Space Marines, and I don't know why they don't just do that. Just chuck up an app or chuck up the colouring sheet. But I don't even know how people know how to use Photoshop better than me. But I tried to fill in the armour blocks with the colours I was interested in, and it just bleeded out into the rest of the photo. So I couldn't even do a design of my own. But I think if there was an actual app for that, it would be cool.
Couple of good things as well. Jeffers72 saying hello. Hi, Jeffers. I don't think I've seen you before. Maybe Sam has, but hello.
No, I haven't.
Gunblade saying, I bet Arcane Boat will be like Smite, where different casters can cast it in the same phase.
Yes.
Obviously, the rule of one disallowing that before.
Yeah, I think that's true as well. That would definitely be a thing. Surreal's being brutal about Duncan Rhodes. Duncan Rhodes is a good painter, Surreal. Duncan Rhodes taught me, well, it was Chris Peach taught me how to paint, but Duncan Rhodes and Chris Peach both taught me. Then he's saying, why does Rachel sound more British when she's on a video? I don't know.
Maybe Dice. Thordelem saying maybe Dice with the WGO logo on as a price for premium. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think it's going to be things like that for premium plus. Either the odd little bit of giveaway we've talked about, like a large giveaway once a month, but also maybe, every now and then the odd product that we just send out to our Premium Plus members, because we've made some great friends in the industry, and we do have people who would help us with pick, pack, and dispatch and stuff like that. So we've talked about doing little thank yous and stuff like that we send out to those. We haven't quite come up with a name for Premium Plus yet. Titanium, maybe.
And there might be 2 more brackets being chucked in as well, because a lot of people have said use Patreon and things like that. And if there are members on the website and viewers that want to support us on that, we could have the £3 premium, which is the one that we do as regular content. We're doing that anyway, and then it might be £6 and you'll get entered into the draw, or £5 you get entered into the draw, and then it might be £10 or £15, and every quarter will give you an extra model on top of the other benefits. So we could have a couple of brackets, and we've just got to look at how much it's going to cost us to get that worked out, and then postage and things. But we don't just want to take, people sending us. We've had people say, can I give you 50 quid or 20 quid here and there, and can I pay £15 every single month? And it's like, that's the sort of support which is going to massively help us. But we want to get something set up. We want to get these brackets. We don't necessarily want to use Patreon. We want to do everything through the website. So it's easy as a viewer. You can come straight through to the website, make an account, and choose the membership and choose how you want to support us without faffing around. And it's all done through PayPal as well, so it's safe and secure.
And the other thing is as well, it's going to be upgrades to your account. So if people are thinking about setting an account up, then don't hold off. You can just set a normal one up, and then the upgrade option comes available. I just want to quickly cover a retraction. Surreal never said that Duncan wasn't a good painter. He was just saying you could. I think he's top dollar, and skill is just a matter of practice. In other words, he was sort of just saying he thinks people can get to that level if they practice.
Oh yeah. Surreal's a nice guy, anyway.
So
I'm only winding him up. Super Premium can be called Ceramite. The only problem with that is GW has that name down, don't they? They're probably copywritten
They'd jump all over us for that, wouldn't they?
Yeah. You can't use Ceramite, that's in the 40k universe. I like t-shirts and hoodie, but I want WGO to get more of the cash rather than spreadsheet. Yeah, the merchandise stuff on our website, we get about £1 or £2 from every t-shirt or hoodie that's been purchased. Whereas if you pay for the premium membership, we get £2.50 or £2 of it. So it's definitely supports us more by having that regular premium membership. Obviously, the draw sounds amazing, but a lot of us are overseas, so shipping might be a killer. Yeah, Gunblades, but that's the thing. I think we'll pay it anyway. If we're going to have that bracket, we're not going to limit it to people in the UK. We're going to have it on wherever you are in the world. If you're paying for a Ceramite membership, then we will pay to send the winning thing out to you if you've won it every time. So, yeah. Surreal. One day they will give me money and I can get memberships. And Fell Hate has joined us late again. Not late. We've got the we're on 2. Actually, we're not doing bad on time. We're almost on an hour, which is quite good, seeing as though everything's broke on YouTube. And Surreal Sam, what's that? I'm confused. Anyway, let's do Facebook, shall we? Let's bring up Facebook.
Go for it.
So this was amazing last week. How many people joined the group? I think we're on 512 members now, and it was only about 300 a week or a week and a half ago. So if you're on Facebook and you're not in the group, just search this WargamerOnline community and then join, and we'll accept, and you can join in. However, we started talking about WargamerOnline Chronicles, which was our Tale of Warlords or army building event, and we wanted to do it more than just the 3, 4 or 5 of us. And we've opened it up and said anybody who's starting an 8th edition army can join in and post your progress on this Facebook group. If you're on YouTube or you're on Instagram, again, post it up, but make sure you use this hashtag like Ronnie Dodd has used perfectly here, capital WGO and then Chronicles, and just link it in. And that way, let's see if this works. Hashtag. Oh no, I broke it again. Hashtag.
Oh, what you like?
Chronicles. Surreal starting a cult, apparently. Is that going to be the Flat Earth cult? Oh, that's nice. Icaria, tier levels, Ferrocrete, plus steel, and Ceramite. Oh, wow. The picture that comes up for WGO Chronicles is me in a vest, which I don't normally wear.
My bad.
And Dave. I think somebody said...
Best time,
that was Pink Forever Alone, because he didn't come with us. Ashley Perkins, for a second I thought that was a micro pig, and I said that's Dave. So harsh of me. Anyway, it should come up with more than this, because there's been absolutely loads. Anyway, let's go from the top. So me and Dave and Mike were all at Phil's working on our armies, or Rachel's army. Steve's been doing his bases for his Imperial Guard, his Scion unit. Misspelled Ceramite, and you can use it no problem, says Frost and Fists. Oh... WGO Obtainium membership. WGO Obtainium, that's quite cool.
Obtainium.
Day started 1,000 Suns. There we go, see all. This might work. And that's what I'm talking about. Right, it's working now. So we've got Ronnie Dodd, who's working on, what are they called? Flash kits? Not flash kits. The blue ones. The lucky ones. Something schools, maybe.
Callum, by the way, has just joined the WargamerOnline community Facebook group, so that's cool.
And
wait, we've got another one.
Schumacher, just to join.
Oh, look at this! We've got the admins on it.
I mean, I am a top admin.
Wolfgang, I'm off to work. Like and add to watch later. Bye. I'll see you later, Wolfgang, and thank you for liking the show. And thank you for watching it backwards. Back.
And Andy Pierce, they're all flooding in now.
Turrican, I'm here. We can start now. That's good stuff, Turrican. let's see what's on the community page. And we've got a steady 90 odd people watching, so there must be a lot of new people. And I don't even know if a lot of people are watching if you've got accounts. You know, a lot of people who come on YouTube don't even have an account, so they can't comment. I don't think they can even thumbs up the videos and stuff. So it'd be interesting if we get regular people on YouTube that haven't got an account, but regularly watch us. Death Schools, there we go, that's what they're called. Anyway, Ryan Benfield, so he's doing more Astra Militarum. So he's done 3 Armoured Sentinels, pretty much finished my 25 infantry, but going to do the bases the same as the Sentinels. Can I zoom in? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I can. Look at this.
Here we go. Mike, tell us about your experience airbrushing. How did it go?
I was going through the chat first.
It was.
Oh, sorry, Sam.
Now I'm going to drop this just for this. Hold on, I'm dropping it, Mike.
I'll be quiet.
No, come on, Mike. Right. I mean, you've been talking non-stop, but it's very difficult to shut you up.
Sam, you're so grumpy.
Ignore him, Mike.
Mike, how did your airbrushing go?
Right. It was really fun. Because it was my first time using one, so Sam had used it pretty much all day first, and then I eventually got to get a go. It was an experience.
Whoa! Hold on 1 second now, before you make it out like I'm.
Mike, would you even go as far as to say you had to stay up all night because Sam had used it for the day?
Mike, what did you say to me? I said, so let's get your Ultramarines done.
Yeah, but I wasn't saying it was a bad thing. I was just saying you were using it all day. That's
you
what
said
I was saying.
You get all of Rachel's gold custodians done. I'm not interested at all. I'll do mine afterwards. Don't worry. And I was like, okay, I feel really bad about hugging the airbrush. And then you ended up staying up till
I was just saying I was using it after you used it. No, basically just saying we got a long session.
Did you like it? It was a very long. We broke the compressor, didn't we? We broke Phil's compressor, and he was hoping it was properly broken, so he could get a new one.
Well, I think we had it on a bit longer than it's meant to be on. I think, wasn't it?
Sam, he's right here. You're not supposed to tell him.
I'm honest. I can't help it. I have to tell people when I break stuff. But it's working.
Beware, Rachel. It's working. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. So yes, airbrush is fine. I think you did good work, Mike. I was having a look at the photos. I think it went well. Seeing as though you had to stay up until the middle of the night to do it. I feel like a team
6 hours
argument there.
It was 6 in the morning. He actually stayed up until 6 in the morning to get his Ultramarines. That's the sort of dedication that we're after in Chronicles.
It's awesome.
No, it was the interesting thing I found with using the airbrush is how the colours change after when they dull down. Or in my case, what I found was after I'd done that initial base colour, I was happy enough with it. Then highlighted, but you couldn't see it enough. So I went at that one step more. I thought, yeah, okay, that's fine. Very next day, when I got them out, I was on the chat to Sam, and I was like, oh no, Sam, they've gone really bright. So the colour had changed a lot. So it's not quite the same tone as I originally thought it was now. So that was a bit of a shock.
You're doing classic now, aren't you? Classic Ultramarines.
Yes, I think I'm going like 80s, 90s Ultramarines now, I think.
Yeah, it's a strange one, that one. I mean, I've not seen them yet, but it's a strange one because you don't normally get the paint going brighter as it dries. It normally, kind of dulls down a bit, but I'll have to have a look at it. And again, also, were you using those Vallejo paints?
I was using the Game Air range, yeah.
Ah, right, okay. Well, they're good. They look good. I mean, and they went on well as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I love the experience using an airbrush. I think it's something I'll try to do a bit more.
I was the opposite though, didn't I? I sprayed Rachel's gold Custodes and it faded, and then I did all of that, and then in the morning I did a gloss wash over the entire lot of them, and when I've sprayed them with a Winsor & Newton matte varnish, it did the Purity Seal cloudiness of doom, so I ruined all of these Custodes that I'd been working on for that night. And I was absolutely devastated because there's nice Forge World models in there. I've spent a while getting them built and things, and it just delayed the process. So now Rachel's Custodes have got thick paint on them for me to restore them. Can I grab one?
I'm gutted. It's going to be so much work.
I've just gone over it because I know Rachel doesn't care, so my models are not going to be that nice. But I'll post up some pictures of them when I'm done, and I'm definitely not using the 2 or 3 cans of Winsor & Newton matte varnish that I've used in the past. I bought all of that. I'm not using it again. However, Primaris are going to be done properly. Chat-wise, what have we got? Let me have a look.
Turrican said, has Mike been taken over again? The guy's an egomaniac. I mean, we do struggle to keep you quiet, don't we, Mike?
Yeah.
Surreal is about to make a Facebook account so I can join. That's dedication from Surreal. Kablams is joining late again. Hey guys, welcome. Kablams. Hassan Production, hello bro, I sub to you. Can you check out my stream? Depends if it's wargaming. Or if it's Overwatch fails or something, maybe. Surreal's saying, I'm starting to draw a crowd. I mean, you are YouTube. Just hashtag that, Surreal. What else have we got? You now know why Mike doesn't say much. Katie Hunter, sup mups, shout out from the Canadian. Can't stay, we'll watch the rerun later. Thank you, Katie. Also, thumbs up. Thank you for thumbing up the video as well. Akaria, Torrican, that's the thing with Mike. You give him an inch and he takes a mile. Beautiful hands, though. Kiblams, my paint always doors. Could it be the light? Could it had been the lighting? Could it be the lighting? I think airbrushing. You're the expert on it, Phil. I've always noticed that it dulls down. But what's your verdict on it all?
Yeah. I mean, I'm with both of you there. Universally, it generally dulls down, so you have to go higher contrast if you want it to kind of remain quite contrasted towards the end, particularly if you're going to do an overwash as well. So the fact it's gone brighter is a bit strange. Could it be the light? Well, it's daylight in this studio. They're all daylight bulbs, so generally, no. I wouldn't say, the finish is generally okay, but we'll just have to look. Bring them over, Mike, and we'll have a look at them. But just go retro 80s anyway. No harm. They still look fab.
We'll have a look at them in a minute as well. Let's get through this bit of the chat, and then we'll bring up lovely old Facebook again, and we'll see what else is on there. Because the next one I wanted to show off are amazing. They're Rough Riders from Jonas, so we're going to check them out. But got some questions. Surreal saying, why does Mike always have bugs flying by him or ghost orbs? Mike, can you start communing with the dead?
Can I what?
Doesn't matter. Talking to the dead. The little ghost orbs flying around you and stuff.
I don't know. I can't see them.
Your door's normally open though, isn't it? And you've got like the wildlife. Because Mike's so cool, all wildlife needs to be near him. So it's like everything gravitates towards him. Dogs, birds, dragons, even unicorns.
That's true, actually. Khaleesi loves him, doesn't she?
Yeah. It's just animals. And everything in general loves Mike because he's so lovable. What else have we got? Henry Armstrong, the Golden Demon winner from this year. Henry Armstrong, the legend, has joined us. Welcome, Henry. Red Cuffs, serious question. Does anyone know when the new Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought and Repulsor tank's coming out? Because he's shaking with anticipation. I don't, unfortunately, but I reckon it's going to be before the end of July.
It's definitely. Yeah, it's either before July or the beginning of July, but it won't be much longer than that, will it?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Jeffers, Mike just did that to get more attention. I don't know what he did, but probably. He is an attention seeker. he talks non-stop. It's difficult to shut him up. So Mike doesn't swim. Water just wants to be around him. Oh, this is great. We've got Chuck Norris's brother and Mike. It's just overwhelming. Is Mike the princess from Enchanted? What does that mean? I haven't watched Enchanted, so does that... I don't know. Anyway, you can let us know what that means. Let's bring up the Facebook. Right, Jonas Winterroll Zaja. These are some of the most fantastic conversions I've seen. Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go, a little bit. Check these out. So they're boars from the Auric range with plasticard, really nice plasticard bases with bits of rubble and straw coming out for pipes. Properly hacked them up and done some nice steps here as well. And then green stuffed the boars so that they fit Cadians on the back of them, and they've got these really cool scarves coming around them and the straps coming over to the boar as if they're riding them. Now, in terms of Rough Riders, other than the Death Corpse of Krieg, these are the best Rough Riders that I've seen in terms of a conversion. Most people normally do cold ones, and I think that's been done to death, but this is something that's very original, and it looks fantastic. So,
yeah, stunning conversion. Well done.
Well done to Jonas on that, and it's going to be good to see them painted. Red Cuffs is saying Mike looks like he's broadcasting from a crypt. He's a vampire.
Mike
you know?
Neferatu.
Yeah. Right,
His surname is Neferatu, isn't it? So.
Primed pincushion and first test models. So these are some Imperial Fists from Gianni Verta. I'm going to have to speed through these because there are literally hundreds of posts. So we've got Steve with his Commissar. That was very quick. I think he started it yesterday and he's finished it yesterday. Armour Freak. Those Rough Riders make me happy on the inside. Arcaria, have flamers, love bacon. Is what I was thinking when I see those Rough Riders. Great conversion. Oh, okay, and Kablams was saying about referring to the woodland creatures being drawn to him. Obscure reference, like I said.
I can't remember Enchanted.
No.
I have seen it. I can't remember really what happened, so that hasn't helped.
Patrick Stewart, never had so many models painted. Excuse for very poor camera. 6 years ago when I got out of the hobby, I have only had 3 or 4 models painted, but since getting back into 8th and finding this channel/community, I have found much more motivation. That's good. And we've had a lot of nice comments about this community group because it's not just spamming and posting up channels over and over again to go and like things, and it is all about the hobby. People are posting up models that are being worked on, conversions that are being done, asking about ideas and talking about background. It is fully hobby related, and it's just awesome to see all of these different ideas that are just coming out of this community. It's really good. If WargamerOnline was the gay team, Sam would be Hannibal, Phil would be Murdoch, Rachel would be Face, and Mike would be PA. Mr. T. It's long been established that Mike broadcasts from a lap dancing booth. Oh, family friendly, guys. What's this? Sir Murgleton. Oh, we've got a Murloc in the house. Nice name. Sir Commissar. Sir, what do we do to get Cadia back? Boars. Soldier boars. It's just the perfect. Akaria is talking to Rachel. Rachel, you can let Akaria know which one, but I'm saying American Gods, and then Lucifer, and then Preacher.
I'm literally just typing a reply, but it's going to be easier just to say it. I'd go for Lucifer first, then American Gods. I never really got into Preacher, but I'm not saying it's bad, I just didn't get into it myself.
American Gods is amazing.
With it, I might have liked it. But,
hey, Jeremy. Hey, Ewan. Sorry, I'm just shouting out people in the middle of it who I'm approving to the community.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think I've had like 6 or 7 people asked to join, haven't they, in this chat, which is awesome.
Watch Lucifer though, Akari, if you want comedy, because it is funny. It gets a bit drawn out throughout the series a little bit. Some of the episodes are a bit slow, but otherwise it's funny as hell. Well, that's literally as hell.
It probably helps that
Lucifer
a little bit.
Yeah, Rachel fancies him. Anyway, let's keep going. So Stephen Forrest Bases, Stephen Forrest's on Prime stuff. We've got James Phoenician Turner's Primaris Marines. Which ones were these? Oh, they were nice. Yeah, they're really nice as well. Interesting way to mount his models as well on top of bottle caps, which looks like you must screw them off and screw them on rather than having loads of corks. That's quite an interesting idea. Fozzie Wozzie, my models are up there at the moment. Yeah. Well, we'll get through them. I think everybody's models on YouTube are up on here at the moment on this group. Andrew Patton starting Militarum Tempestus. Here's Mike's conversion for his Ultramarines. And he's going to get 2 arms from me, aren't you, Mike? Because you like ripping arms off models.
Yeah, you're referring back to the rat, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the arms you currently have aren't actually on anything, so...
No, but will it make
you
feel
better?
They're not
really coming off anything this time.
If I stick them onto something so you can rip them off?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, okay. Rhino looks good in the background there, and you've tried that sort of weathering Martian Iron Earth colouring on the bottom of your Rhino, which is going to be cool.
Yeah, the plan is, I think, is to do that across the entire army, if I can go careful enough on the actual Marines.
Because we were going to try and coordinate, weren't we, and do Martian Iron Earth bases, and I've decided to do something completely different, which is go orange, bright orange, cracked earth. So you're doing Martian Iron Earth, ready orange, and I'm going to do bright orange. But I'm waiting for my inks to arrive because I've ordered some stuff. I want to try it and see if it works first before committing and saying I'm doing it, because it'll probably go wrong. Tom Wilson, Black Shield, Primaris needed some friends, so he's grabbed a chunk of that. Mythos, he's been working on Custodians as well, and I realised why it's been taking me, like, I've been doing Custodians for a couple of days now, 3 days, and I'm batch painting 20 Custodians in one go, and that's why it's really mind numbing. But it should be good when they're done. Rachel will have a full army. These are nice. Excessive magnetisation, gold Tau, which is a new colour scheme. And he said he was inspired by Winter's SEO's 30k Mechanicum army, which was inspired by somebody else as well. So, you know, it's going to be a good scheme. You can use that on Inquisition, Custodes, Tau, Space Marines. Gold and red is always a good colour. Tyler A. Schmidt. I think it might have been Tyler. Yeah, this was so Tyler was telling me about washing the shapeways bits before you paint them. So thank you for that, Tyler. And he's doing Black Dragon. Oh, he's not doing Black Dragons. He's doing Midnight Dragons, but they're the same insignias that the Black Dragons use. So we're going to have the same insignias but different colours. So I think we need to team up and kill aliens. John Noose. So these were a Dark Angel or Fallen army, which is building up. He's got some nice background that he's been going through as well. Really cool there. Andrew Patton again. So he found that, and he's just bought a second one, so he's got 2 of those. I think that's what he was saying on there. Benjamin Moore, Infinite Host is growing and ready for tonight's battle in Ed's name. More Dark Eldar, so look at them. There's just so much. I mean, just join the group to flick through all these pictures and have a look. Clayton just powers through all sorts, doesn't he? I think he was doing Eldar for a while, and now he's doing Nurgle with proper filth running down the side.
It's like when we were doing all the airbrushing and stuff at Phil's over the weekend, it was all day and all night the notifications from Facebook about people just posting one after another of all the pictures and stuff for everything they've been getting on with. It was insane over the weekend, and I think it's continued through the week as well, hasn't it?
It was awesome. I mean, we were both looking down at our phones, and I think every time, it was about an hour, and there'd be another 30 notifications, then another hour, and another 30, and it was difficult for me to just keep up and keep going through and looking at them. There's just so much. I mean, this is just recent stuff. These were cool. Grim Skull miniatures. So these were, I think we were talking about League of Legends, because it was heavily inspired for one of the characters from there. This one here at the back, this Commissar, see if we can zoom in.
Paul Richardson's just joined the group, and he's nice and local as well, over in Rugby. Good beard, by the way, Paul.
Look at that.
Wargaming Wizards going. So thanks for a great show, guys. Got to go. Take care.
See you later, dude.
Hi, Wargaming Wizard.
See you later, Mr. Wizard.
Some really cool models in there.
Who else? Who else wants a new 40k army to be Space Skaven? Me. Absolutely me. Harud. I'd love that.
You've got enough armies. I think we're going to have an intervention.
Yeah.
As soon as you say you're going to start another one, I'm going to step in, I think.
Do you every time anyway, Sam?
I know, but I'm going to have to properly step in. I'll have to get Jack on my side as well. I'll say, Jack, we need to speak to your dad. He's gone too far now. He needs to buy another cabinet to fit the sprues in.
Oh, look, Sam, there's a new army out. Oh,
It's
look
too
at it.
late.
Too late, Sam. I bought the entire range.
Morton Fred High. This is a really cool colour scheme. I was going to do this for my Primaris, and I'm glad somebody's done it. So it's orange and white, very nicely painted as well.
That's great. Yeah.
What else we got?
We did have a question a bit back saying, had we seen the rumours about the Codex releases? I think they came out through 4chan originally, didn't they? And then the rumour sites picked it up. But if I remember rightly, they were going to. I tried to find it actually. I think they're going to. The rumour was they were all. Whole bunch of them was released over the next 4 months. I've just found it. So July is about Primaris and Death Guard. August is about Eldari and Astra Militarium. September is Sisters of Battle and Chaos Marines, and October is Demons and Thousand Suns. I mean, it's a weird old list, isn't it? That things like Sisters of Battle in there, unless we're going to see models with them. But what do you think, guys, to that rumor?
I'm just trying to sort the chat
So,
out.
it's a long wait, isn't it, for some of them?
No.
Yeah.
Not as long as Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
True.
We're still waiting on.
I mean, that's not all. That's not all of them by far, is it?
No.
So, 2 a month. Do you think that's realistic? It makes sense for them to do 2 a month if they can accompany them with a couple of releases, other than reboxings. I noticed some of the Eldar range has started to disappear off the website, out of stock. So that could be reboxing, which it seems a bit early for if that's going to be an August release, but you never know.
Turrican seems to think the Codex rumours are false.
Yeah.
It just seems that the stream chat is stuck
Just
on poo-poo. Yeah, I'm trying to update it, but it's not working. I'm hoping it's just YouTube that's broken, not me. Although I am broken inside.
I think it is YouTube. I think everybody's having a problem.
Let's see what else we've got in the chat, though. We have... Talk about Cyril's knee.
Jeffers72 has put, if Sisters come in September, I'll be running around like a screaming girl at a Justin Bieber concert.
Underdog Painters join, welcome. Rob V. Johnson, yes, for the Great Horned Rat. Where are the Astral Beards, says Turrican. He's not allowed to do them.
Oh, no. There was... Because you and Mike were doing Marine / Primaris, then no. I think it's not right for me to take on that as well. I'm happy working on my Gene Stealer cult, and I'm pretty excited about them, to be honest. It's going really well. I really, really love the top Gene Stealer dude. He's so cool. He's a huge model, and I'm really looking forward to painting him. But I've been doing lots of conversions and lots of snipping and swapping around of bits, and it's a really good kit. The kits are really good for conversion, so I'm having a lot of fun. I've done a crouching Imperial Guardsman with a little it's not an auto cannon, it's a heavy stubber. I don't think that's going to show at all on the video, but I'm just going to hold it up like that anyway. Hold it up like that, and hopefully you'll get a little crouching dude. So I'm so excited about all of that.
We've got a lot to do. I think yours is further down this post, but there's a lot. I mean, we're only up to the 25th of June. What are we on? Well, it's the 28th. This is 3 days, but there's been a lot more. Anyway, so Big McDan School has been doing some nice weathering on his containers. Harry Painter's joined, welcome. Yeah, the chat's broke, Kabams. It's not fixable by the look of it. I think YouTube was having issues, so it's frozen on the thing, but we can't do anything about it. Yeah. Don't forget Necrons.
Rob V. Johnson asked you. I won't forget Necrons. I've always got room for Necrons. No, I'm not doing Necrons. Rob V. Johnson, any of you guys play Space Wolves? Well, that's Jack, I suppose. Is there anybody else? You've got 30k Space Wolves, haven't you, Sam?
For now, but I might just sell them.
Yeah, Jack's got... Jack's got 40k Space Wolves. So...
Yeah, Jack's got loads. Fine. What else we got? Cliff Leonard, so he's started building his Poxwalkers. Patrick Stewart's doing Nurgle. There's been a lot of Nurgle, actually. A lot more Nurgle than Primaris. Yeah, if you're on the chat and you can't get it working, switch to nighttime gaming mode, and apparently that's fixing it. Chris Sage, Necrons. I've not seen many Necrons either. Nice colour scheme, though. Gold and green.
Well, weren't people saying that Necrons aren't as OP as they were in the previous version or something like that? So
No, the thing is they've increased the level of everything else. So in the previous edition,
yeah, that's what I meant. They weren't as OP.
yeah, in this edition, I mean that's the thing. Eldar in the last edition were very high. That's the thing. Everything that was high tier in the previous edition are no longer high tier in this edition. Everything's on a more equal playing field. And I think a lot of people are not happy with the fact that their army that was really powerful in the previous edition is not necessarily really powerful now. And I think it's going to open it up to, you need to know what you're doing, you need to have a varied army so that you can do everything, and it's going to make it a bit more skill based. Unless, if you play Tyranids in 7th edition versus Eldar, chances are you're going to lose. So
yeah,
I'd rather it be like it is now, where everybody's on a level playing field. You pick the army that works for you tactically, or that you like the look of, and then you play the game and learn the game on the same level as everybody else. That's a much better way of playing the game than just picking the latest. I mean, we played Warcraft, Mike. I played Warcraft for years, and every time they did a patch, one of the classes got improved, and it was flavour of the month. Whenever rogues got increased, everybody played rogues for about a month. And then they got nerfed, or something else got improved, and everybody switched over to that, and it was just flavour of the month. So, yeah.
You might as well just play what you enjoy.
Play what you enjoy, play what they like the look of, and do that. Which is good.
Hold the line. Hold the line.
So
I've been playing Tyranny, waiting for them to be good again, and they're good again now, so it's good fun.
You played them I say you played them without them being powerful, but you don't like playing them before against Eldar, did you?
There's never a lot of fun against Eldar now.
Whereas now, I think a lot of people have been saying they've not seen Eldar win in 8th edition yet. One of the comments on one of our battle reports saying that they haven't seen Eldar win. I was just thinking, Mike's trying all sorts at the moment, trying all sorts of different combinations, but
I need to bring my list out, and see what that's like.
Apparently there's almost 100 people watching. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody who's watching.
Pairs of whole eyes.
200 whole eyes. And Akari is saying, I wear glasses, so that almost doubles the score. Bob H, I want a Sisters army, can't wait. If GW doesn't make one, I'll be wrecked and start buying the Russian Sisters that are on the internet. It's fair enough. There's also, if you wanted... Oh no, she doesn't do them. She does Imperial Guard female models. We're looking at Victoria Lamb's models, but they're all pretty much Imperial Guard or Astra Militarum. Custodies are powerful. They don't miss and are so survivable. That's cool then, Rachel, because you've got a really powerful Custodies army.
My custards will win.
Custards. I feel like I should have painted them yellow. Phalanx yellow.
I'd have loved that. You could have painted them custard colour.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't. Is there anything else going off? Because that only brought up 3 days worth of stuff, and there was hundreds. The Rust Belt Blacksmith. Hi Sam, actually made a live one for a change. Welcome, Rust Belt Blacksmith. Looking through people's posts on Chronicles is really cool, really inspired, really inspirational. That's good.
A lot of people have been saying that on the Facebook page, actually, haven't they? How they quite like the fact that the chat is, the community page is quite inspirational and just a nice, friendly place to go and talk about hobby and things, which is always good to hear.
Bring that up again. There's all sorts. There's Craig's word bearer, flesh bearer, priest dude. Wargaming Wizard's done an update on his YouTube channel. Adrian Binko's. It's not just Warhammer as well. You've got all sorts of different games on here. Mainly Warhammer, but there's all sorts. That's Pop Goes the Monkey's link as well. I mean, just flicking through this Facebook group, you can see how much interaction there is. And it's all good quality. Sean's Raven Guard were fantastically painted. So, I mean, this didn't pop up before, but they're awesome. And that's pretty much what I'm doing for my Black Dragons. Black armour, white insignias, but I won't be doing the green shoulder pad trims. But Sean did an incredible job painting those, and he freehanded the Raven Guard symbol.
That was his first attempt at freehand as well, I think he was saying.
Yeah, he's done a cracking job. We got Moggy showing everyone up with his amazing Custodies.
Oh, Kablams has said as well that he's found custards very tough in 8th edition so far.
Yeah, they are. I mean, looking at the stats compared to Grey Knights, they're about the same power level as Grey Knights, but I would say the Custodians are definitely better. I haven't played them though, so I'm not sure. Here's the Hairy Painter's captain, did a cracking job painting this as well. Really nice blending on that power sword and really nice edge highlighting on there as well. And the checkers and the cloak. He's a good painter, so you expect that now. Elster Nation, he's starting his Chaos, doing 30k stuff first. Got some offers. What else do we have? There's just so much. That's a conversion from a Attack on Titans inspired green stuff thing. I don't know if it's used. What was it used as? A Dreadnought? Oh, a Sentinel. A Guard Sentinel. There's Bert talking about doing his lists. There we go. There's Rachel's army built, ready.
Woo.
Woo! Yeah, there's some cracking stuff on there. You are? What did you say?
I said I'm looking forward to playing them. It'll be good fun.
But no, it's nice. Oh, there's your Custodians. That's from the other day. That's all I've got done so far, and that was before I ruined them. Can I zoom in any more? So they're out of. Ugh. I've done these blue power weapons. Sprayed them with a couple of golds, and then did them with the blue power weapons as well. I'm not very good with the airbrush, so I'm not like Phil, so I just did my best with these. And then washed them. So that is all done with airbrush. It's pretty much golds being sprayed, and it's almost. I could have done the same with the Retributor armor spray, but the airbrush was there, so I wanted to try them out. And it's the Vallejo golds. They're quite nice actually. I enjoyed using them. And then the blues, they're actually
How
soaked.
are you guys?
What?
You what?
What?
I was just going to say, how have you guys been finding 8th edition so far? Because you guys have had a few games now, haven't you?
Yeah. I was talking about Custodians.
How we found it.
Yes,
I really enjoyed it.
Talking about Rachel's
Yeah,
army.
thanks, guys.
Let me just delete Facebook and put Rachel's centre screen. Rachel, what's happening now then?
I was asking you a question. I was saying you guys had a few games. What do you think to it? Do you still like it?
I love it even more than I did before I played it. It's awesome. And I won my first game. No spoilers.
How about you, Phil, Mike?
Oh, I've enjoyed it. I've been 2-3 games now I think I've played altogether. It's fun to see the armies being quite balanced now. Especially like with the NIDS was the biggest one. I've noticed a difference to how much more I can't even think of a word for it. They're a lot better than they were. They're actual feasible to take now. But yeah, I've been enjoying it, and I think I'll remain enjoying it.
It's very easy to play, I think. I would say easy. We made a lot of mistakes. They weren't major mistakes, but it was a lot easier to play than 7th edition ever was.
Yeah, the thing is the likely it'll be a while before we like nail a perfect game. It's always going to happen. But there'd be things that we'd play almost as if it was still 7th.
Yeah.
And it's just getting our head around that, or the slight wording which the GW could possibly change to make it easier to understand exactly what they mean by it. But yeah, there's not been that many mistakes, I don't think.
I think the other thing is the battle reports that we do are the full battle report. So we film the entire game, we film everything. So you're going to get the mistakes included. When you watch other battle reports as well, a lot of channels do quick roundup ones. So they'll play the game, play the turn, and then tell you what happened afterwards. And you don't get to see the mistakes if there were mistakes being made. Whereas ours is almost open to everybody to see all of our mistakes, all of our learning and everything that happens during the game, which I don't think is a bad thing, but it also opens it up to highlighting our mistakes when we make them. So that's one thing to remember. And I think, while we were playing, we didn't think we were making mistakes, obviously, because we would have stopped and talked about it. But it's only afterwards when you look back, and when I'm editing it, I'm like, oh, that was a mistake, that was a mistake, and then even more are highlighted in the comments because we were playing a lot of wars like 7th.
That's the thing, because that's what I wonder. A lot of people, if they're just playing with mates, for example, and like when we're just playing together and not even filming it, like you say, we don't realise that we've done that, and it's only when you watch it back that you go, oh, I did, I shouldn't have done that. So it does make you wonder, though, how many times when we are just playing with each other and not filming it, or if other people are playing, you probably do still make mistakes and you just don't realise it. It's only because it's filmed that you actually see it happen. And I think it'd be difficult for us to do a game that's got no mistakes in whatsoever.
Oh yeah, it's very difficult. As long as they're not major ones, and even if they are, it's a game at the end of the day. As long as it was fun and it was entertaining, it's a game. I'm just reading Primaris. It says Sam was a bit salty during his game though, with his super deployment of his general and the Dread Knight. I was salty. If anybody hasn't watched Battle Reports, I'm going to give you a spoiler. I'm really not good at Battle Reports. I'm salty throughout any sort of game, whether I'm winning or losing. That's how I play games. And I say to people, don't play games with me because I'm not fun. And Mike's very, very fun to play against, very accommodating, and you really enjoy playing against me for some reason. But we have a laugh while we're doing it. And
well, that's the thing is the games for me is it's not like we're playing in a tournament or anything. So win or lose, my objective is to enjoy the game. So,
and it was my deployment was very questionable as far as tactics go. I deployed.
Oh yeah, well I think I even spoke to you about it before you did it as well. So
yeah, it's like talking to Angron though. I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should deploy there because the chances are you might die. I want to kill something. Yeah, but if you deploy there, you will die. I want to kill something. It's just so stubborn. And then I do it, and then it's like, pew, 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 take him off. Rage, flip the table. What have you posted on Facebook, Phil? This is Phil being quiet. And what is he doing? Building pure strains.
I've got 10 of them. My eBay trawling paid off, and I managed to get 10 of the pure stream Gene Stealers out of the Deathwatch Overkill box.
That's nice.
Awesome.
So I'm really happy because they match the big Primaris dude. Primaris.
More options. 33.
So the pattern on their back matches him. So I've got a nice matching pure strain Gene Stealer unit. So I'm very happy.
There's 38 different armies here. Have you seen that? The poll?
No, I haven't looked at it in a while. And I think it was last week I had looked at it.
I didn't look for it in a while, but there's 38 different armies, and then some of those are multiples. So we've got 2 of the Snakebite Orcs, 2 sister armies, up to 9 Death Guard armies. I told you they were very prominent. 9 people doing Death Guard, 6 doing Tau, 5 doing Astra Militarum. Yeah, your army's going to look fantastic, Phil. You've already done a lot. You've built a lot. You're going to out-hoard every army.
I'm going to go crazy on that pure strain Gene Stealer unit. I'm going to use those as sort of fine detail airbrush tutorial. So I'm going to go a bit insane on those. And I'm going to paint in the colour my eyes can't see. I've decided to do them purple, so anything could happen.
That's fairly standard for you, though, isn't it, Phil?
Yeah, choose colours my eyes can't actually see. Yeah.
Aren't most just
Space
Marines, says Kablams. Let's have a look-see. Let's see how many of them are just Space Marines. I think there's a lot of Primaris, but what have we got? Ultramarines. Let's have a look for just Primaris. So we've got Space Wars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of those are Primaris, which is still, I don't think, that big of a thing. When you've got 9 Death Guard or 15 different Primaris chapters, I think there's definitely a lot more Death Guard out there, and there's a lot more variation, but there is a lot of Primaris, and you'd expect it. They're in the starter set, and they're an absolute bargain. So that's cool.
Kari is telling me I can get the Space Hulk Gene Stealers on eBay. You can, but they don't have the little patch on the back that matches the dudes from this set, and I'm really funny like that. So My pure strain needed to look very pure strain, so I didn't want any variation in them at all.
Bit more chat. What have we got? So Surreal's still waiting for his index, but he's saying that he gets it. All of his Warhammer is free. He has to wait, tell his sponsor to buy it, then he orders it to the workshop, then he has to wait for it to get there. That's pretty awesome. Tori, can I spend $1,000 a week? Jeez, Surreal, that's a lot of painting. What else is there? Johnny Rockstar bought his from Wargames UK and got it the day before release. It's a bit naughty. But good for a customer. If you want to buy something, you buy it early. Sir Mergleton. What's happening?
Good name.
It's an awesome name. I think it's from Warcraft. I hope it's from Warcraft, and I'm not just referencing it as a Murloc when it isn't. Red Cups. He's not chugging his drink. He wants to see the end of the chat cast. I think we're pretty much there, to be honest. We're on almost 2 hours, and we're normally only supposed to be an hour. So we've gone through some stuff. We've said some things. We've had YouTube errors. I mean, we've had Stewie. We've had to move Stewie the rabbit out of the room because he's being too noisy. But what is a live chat without interruptions and errors? Let's be honest. We've been able to look at Mike in his wonderful crypt.
And his hands, apparently.
Have you been showing off your hands today? No, that was on the Hangout. On Friday, you get a very sneak peek at Mike's hands sometimes, on occasion. We've had the beautiful Rachel with us. The beautiful, intelligent Rachel. Who's going to bring out Custard Marines. And we've had the even more fantastically beautiful Phil.
Oh, thanks, sir.
The beard from heavens. So I'm pretty tired. It's been a long day, and I've still got to do some more stuff. Still got to do some painting on Rachel's things, and then take her to work in the morning. So thank you to everybody who has joined us for this live chat. Thank you to everyone who has joined the Facebook group and gone over to the website and made an account, even the free ones. We appreciate people who go over there and engage with what we can do, and we thank everybody who's been paying for the premium memberships to keep us doing what we're doing. So yeah, thank you for that. Our next stuff, I think Thursday, tomorrow, I can either release a skin painting tutorial, another one of those, or potentially an airbrushing video from Phil. Is there one done, Phil?
When for? Sorry, Sam.
For tomorrow.
For tomorrow, we can put the Vallejo review up, which has got the metallics in there, and I have a mess around with those as well. A little bit of a mess around.
So before we go, a quick in the chat, let us know what you want to see. Whichever one gets the highest, we'll put up either a skin tone tutorial or a review on the Vallejo paint. So whichever one gets the most votes, we'll do. Other than that, Friday we've got our hobby hangout, which is going to be good. And Saturday, we may have something else. We're just going to release content as and when we can. So we'll see you all on the next. We'll see
You can tell you're tired tonight.
I'm trying to process while reading, and you know that I'm not very good at reading anyway. So trying to process while reading is very difficult for me. G Steeler, hi everyone, made it. Welcome. Just at the end, G Steeler, but you've got almost 2 hours worth of stuff to watch. Okay, we've got one for Vallejo paints and one for skin tone, one for tutorial, one for skin tone. So skin tone, skin tone, skin tone, Vallejo. We've got 1 to 3 at the moment. Once this chat's down, just keep voting. We can get this so that we see the Vallejo paints instead. This could sure use a poll, says Kablams. Yeah, you showed me a website we can put a poll and link it through, but unfortunately, Kablams, the chat isn't even working, so I'm not even going to bother with polls at the moment. So Facebook it is. Anyway, have a fantastic rest of the week. We'll see you on Friday, and thank you all for joining us as always.
Bye.
See ya.